All right, so you want to go to overview. This is once you're already into the MSI job that you're at. You go to the overview, and then for this app specifically, Vixxo, the number is always going to start 1, and then it's going to be a series of number. All you have to do is copy that series of number. You can either copy it on the app itself, or if you're more comfortable writing it down, you could just copy it on paper. It'll always be after the number amount. If you can see right here, there's a number amount that shows you the amount of money that we have for this job. The code is always going to be right after that dollar amount. And then once you get that code in, you would go to Vixxo, and then once that loads up, you'll paste that code in that search bar right up top. You'll wait for it to load, and then that is when the job will pop up. You always want to double check that it is the correct site, because sometimes there are malfunctions, so you always want to double check the address that's right here, and then that's when you press time in at the bottom. And then once you're fully checked in, it'll show you time in successfully, and then you just press continue, and then that is when you go ahead and continue to the job. All right, so for this specific IVR, once you are done with the job, whether it's completed or suspended, there's a list of tasks that they're going to want you to fill out before they allow you to clock out of the IVR. The assets, when it comes to assets, you want to click no asset all the way at the bottom. And you always want all these options that you are about to proceed to click. You're going to click the closest to what you worked on site. So for example, right now I just did a job of a signage on the front of the building. So I would put external, and then I would right there I would press the action and parts, and then add action. So right here we're gonna put exactly what we did, the closest to what not exactly, my apologies. You want to click the closest to what was done. So I diagnosed this issue, so right here under cycled is going to be diagnosed, so that's what I would go for. And then right here there's going to be a list of options, and you see you're going to try to find the closest to what you worked on. If it shows exactly what you worked on, that is perfect. But if it doesn't, you want to click like the closest thing to what you worked on, and you press next. And then right there, you only need to add one, and you press done. And then you press done one more time. From there, you want to go to service photos, and you want to add one of the photos from the job, right? You don't have to add all the photos that you took. You just need to add one. And then from job completion, you would put whatever is closest to what you did. So you either completed or you didn't. Today I didn't complete it, so we're gonna go ahead and put not completed. More detail, this is required, so you want to again click the closest to what it is. So if you just need a return, then that's what it is. Sometimes you need to return, but also you need the quote to be approved. So that one you would just put quote approval needed. Was temporary fix applied today? No. And then at the very bottom, you want to click if there was more than one tech on site, then right here you adjust the number of techs, but today it was just me, so I'm gonna leave it as that. You go ahead, press done, and then resolution detail. From here, this is what you would do, because as you were taught, you always clock in the IVR first, then you go to the tech tool, and then same thing when you're leaving the site. You do everything on tech tool first, and then lastly you clock out of the IVR, which is this. So the resolution details, you would get that from the tech tool notes that you had done already. You can either type it out again, or you could come copy it, come back to the Vixxo, and then paste those resolution details. And then once all those are done, the expenses, that is not required, so you just press review. And then once you're here, you'll see this show everything. And then you have to sign yourself. And then right here at the bottom, you want to ask the manager on duty for their name and their signature. And this is one of the only IVRs where you have to get a signature on both the tech tool. So you still have to come to tech tool and get the signature for this site on MSI. So I usually like to get everything set up on both. I have them sign here, and then I go on this side and I have them sign here.